Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, the fourth Ken. Let's get it. We got a nice little transformation for y'all today. Nothing too crazy, but it was a nice cut. So basically, we gonna start off with wetting his hair and then picking it out, just so he can see his pattern, his hair pattern, and expose his true hair length. You know what I'm saying? So that we can shape it to the desired, look. Now my client, I used to cut him back in the day, and the look that we were going for was kind of like curly top mushroom look, I guess you could say. But not a lot of hair around the ears, but still keep the length. So I'm just blow drying it right here. So I basically just wet it at first and then blow dried it, and then it was its true length, and it was long, so we had to take care of that. So right here I'm just shaping it, just freehanding. The hair was all combed back, so I'm just shaping it. It wasn't smart to use scissors in this situation since his hair is curly, so I just freehanded it. And this cut took long. Like, it took me a long time to do it because the freehand part was the tough part for me, because I had to shape it like from scratch. You see me lifting up his hair. He had a lot of hair, man. A lot of hair. So I had to just shape it from scratch, basically. So when you're doing this, you just want to take off little bits at a time. You don't want to take off too much, because once it's cut, it's permanent. Ain't no way to put hair back on their head. So you know what I'm saying. So I just listened to what my client said he wanted. He didn't want a high taper. Usually we do that. He said a low taper. So that's what we decided to do. A low ball taper. It was super clean. So stay tuned. I'm gonna let y'all watch the rest of this part, and I'll be back for the fade in the back.
Chucky B.
Alright, so right here I just went ahead and had my foreguard and just clearing out some bulk, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of hair in the back, and there wasn't like a barrier that I could comb down. It was all like combined into one. So just doing some clip over comb before I set in my first line. So we got our magic clips, because I was originally using my Oster fast feeds, but then the screw popped off for some reason. So you know, I had to improvise and just use these joints. So I'm setting the guideline kind of high, because I want this fade in the back to be, you know, noticeable, you know what I'm saying? We got our fast feeds. I think this was before the screw popped off. So I got my one guard on there, just going up like an inch, not really even making a guideline, just clearing out some bulk. Just because I wanted to see, you know, what I was working with, what was above that. So yeah. And right here I have, I think that was my 3 guard. So right here we got our fast feeds again, lever close. Pushing these guidelines up, just fading upwards. Then we open our lever all the way. Go up about 3/4 of an inch. Then we drop down and immediately erase it, just so that it'll make our vision more clearly with this taper. Right here I got my 1.5 guard. Just clearing out bulk. Later on in the video you will see me lift up his hair with a comb and then go under it with a 1.5. That really made it easier for me. I should have did it from the beginning, but that really made the fade come together in the back. And I got my 1 guard, playing with the corners, you know what I'm saying? And I'll follow it up with my 1/2 guard. I grab my 1.5 again. We're gonna be using this guard a lot. That was probably the most used guard in this haircut. I used the 1.5 guard a lot. I used it to taper his sides, his front hairline. I used it a lot in this haircut. So as you can see, the back tapers almost finished. Just that left side that had, you know, the bulk. So right here, I just lifting it up with my comb, exposing the hair patterns again. And just going up to that imaginary line, I guess you could say. So as you can see, it's pretty much blended. So we're just gonna get started on the other side. So now I got my 1.5 guard on my magic clips, and we going with and against the grain on his front hairline. Now I didn't need to pin it up because it was staying in place, because I did spray it with hairspray and I sprayed the back. So we're just getting started on our lineup in the back. And as you can see right off the bat, these liners is hitting, man. Straight hit. These are good cordless trimmers. They about 45 bucks. Hey man, I recommend them, man. Real cheap. They good for cheap clippers if you ask me. You're just making sure that line is perfect diagonal line, you know what I'm saying? And notice how I'm casually taking off bulk from above the hairline. Because the true hairline that I'm shaping up right now is sharp. But right here, how I'm tethering it with the blade and then freehanding it so that it will show and that the frizzy hairs aren't hanging over it. You feel me? So we combing down these lines. We're gonna get started on the C-cup first. So just notice how I'm holding my blade, how I'm using the corner, the left corner of the blade on this side. Just because it's easier, and it pretty much guarantees if you're shaping them up right that you'll get a perfect C. You know what I'm saying? So when you do the front line with long hair like this, you want to make sure you always, combing it down, do a comb check, just so that you are consistent with the lines that you're putting in, that you're knocking off all the hairs that need to be knocked off, because you can't explain how many times I gave someone a fresh lineup, then they took a brush or a comb, one swipe, and it looks uneven. So you just want to make sure everything's thorough, and then just do it while they're in the chair. As you can see, that joint crispy. We about to hit it with the razor. Shout out Easy Blade. My code will pop up on the screen. Use that for 10% off your order. But yeah, let's get to it. Notice how I'm using it on the sides. Want to stretch that skin.
It's cold in here.
I'm going with the grain right here. Just some clients are easier to go with the grain. You know what I'm saying? But look at that taper, man. And we ain't even use enhancements. We ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? Look how fire this is. Gang. We going with the grain again on the C-cup and on this hairline. So we just gonna ball them out again at the bottom, making sure we got all those loose hairs at the bottom for this taper to really pop, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have my shavers, for y'all wondering. They had died, because I don't really use them a lot in the shop. So yeah, I just left them at the crib this morning. As you can see, this cut is fire. It's what the client wanted, you know what I'm saying? If you liked it, leave a comment. Just spraying it with some oil sheen, and that's basically the cut. It's your boy, the 4th Ken. We out. Peace.
Be patient, baby, gotta be humble. Be humble, boy, you gotta be humble.